The three brain theory is something absolutely fantastic. It's a new way to look at why people do what they do. Once you understand the three brain theory, you're going to keep using that again and again and again to look at what people do, how they do it, why they do it, different levels of interpretation of their behavior and what they're going to say about it. The three brain theory is really going to change your life, and the way you look at advertising, product management, leadership, reward, recognition, loyalty, everything is going to be changed. So let me tell you first the three brains. The number one, the most important part of the brain is the reptilian brain. Reptilian, like reptile. Why do we call that the reptilian brain? First, it looks like a reptile. Within the embryo, we already have this kind of shape of a snake, if you want. Second, we might have that in common with the reptiles. If you believe in evolution, it looks like sometime in the remote past, we were reptile. And so we still have this part of the brain. We're born with it. It's not acquired. It's something that is inherited, congenital. And when we have this reptilian brain, we are programmed for two major things. One is to survive, and the other one is reproduction. And these key elements are absolutely crucial and fundamental to understand the survival of the species. If we can't survive and if we can't reproduce our genes, this is the end of the species. So we can see how powerful is this reptilian brain. If it was not functioning, that would be the end of the human species. And by the way, every animal, every mammal have the same reptilian brain, and if their reptilian brain was not functioning, that would be the end of their species. So this is the power of this reptilian brain. What means reproduction? It means that somewhere, even if we don't understand exactly, instinctively, and the word instinct is crucial here, instinctively we know what to do. There is a reptilian intelligence. It's a program for survival. We know what to do. We know what is a priority here. The second element is reproduction. It might sound very surprising for some of you when I'm going to say that, but beauty is a reptilian dimension. What do I mean by that? I mean that from one culture to another, what means beautiful? Beautiful means my genes with the genes of this person combined together have more chance to survive. So if I am in an Eskimo country, a beautiful woman is going to be very round, very fat, and very oily, by the way. Why? Because she has more chance to go through winter. And if I combine my genes with her genes, the children are going to be well preserved for winter and have more chance to survive. In another culture where what is really necessary for survival is to be able to run fast when the lion are trying to catch you, long legs become very beautiful. Why? Because it means that my genes with you have more chance to survive to run away from the lion. So this notion of relativity of, quote, beauty can be understood with the reptilian brain. Somewhere unconsciously, I'm programmed to be attracted by people that give more chance to my genes to survive. So we see the power of the reptilian. We know basic thing that on television, when you have a very famous actor or comedian, and if with this person you have a baby or a puppy, the baby and the puppy always win. They always catch your attention. Why? Because our reptilian brain is so highly motivated, turned on by this notion of survival and reproduction. Why? Because the reproduction, the baby are the future of my genes. When I say reproduction, especially in the American culture, people immediately think sex. Well, if you look at the reproduction dimension, sex is a very short time. Taking care of the baby, helping children to grow, takes a long, long, long time. So sex is just one short moment, one short element of this reproduction. Growth, taking care of my children, making sure the children are going to survive, that my genes are going to survive. That is a lot more crucial and a lot more important. We have accomplished our mission at the reptilian level when we have our several generations of our genes in front of us. We can see the future. I remember in one of the imprinting sessions, a participant, I don't know, a man was maybe in his 70s, told us that he was feeling very good about everything because he just went for Thanksgiving to see his family, and he had this very long table with all his members of his family around the table, and he could see his children and his grandchildren and his grandchildren, babies, over the table, around the table. And he could see like 3 generations toward the future of his own genes. And he had a feeling of accomplishment. He said, I feel good. You know, if I have to go tomorrow, I know I've done the best I could for my family. And this whole notion of, why are we American? What is the American spirit? When we say we want to create a better world for our children, we want to make a difference. Think about that in the reptilian level. We want to create a better environment for our genes to survive. In many ways, this notion of survival and reproduction, it gives us some kind of immortality. When our genes are going to survive, our children are going to survive, we're not going to really die. When I'm not going to be around anymore, my genes are still going to be over there. So we can see the power of the reptilian, and as you know, I explained that in my book, The 7 Secrets of Marketing. The reptilian always win, and I will come back to that in a short while.